Hey everybody, what's going on? Mr. Tony of the Dead here, and I have another movie review for everybody out there. This one's on a movie called Bloody New Year. This is from Vinegar Syndrome, and it's directed by Norman J. Warren. This movie is about a group of friends that are stranded on a remote island, and on this island is this hotel that is very much intact and very much stuck in 1959. But the strangest thing is, it still has its Christmas and New Year's decorations up, even though it's actually the middle of summer. So they decide to take shelter for the evening, but strange things start happening around them in the hotel, and each one of them come to a grisly and gruesome fate. Movie came out in 1986, and it's the last movie by Norman J. Warren, and you know, it's definitely something, I'll tell you that much. Watching it, it has a lot of bad things. Like, there's a lot of bad stuff that happens in it. Like, and I mean, I don't mean bad like, you know, kids shouldn't watch it. I mean a lot of like really like horrible effects and obvious effects. And I think it has a little bit to do with it being on Blu-ray, to be honest. I'm just going to go and say it. I think probably the best way to see this movie is on VHS, because Blu-ray just reveals too much makeup wise, prop wise, and all that kind of stuff. So I think VHS is probably the best way to go. I mean, it does look nice, it does have a nice picture, but it's a little too nice. You know, I think everything sounds good. I think the picture looks, you know, really good. But from what it says, they got this from what is believed to be the only surviving film elements, and you can tell because there is lines that go through it that, you know, they did their best to restore this, and they, you know, they did a good job of what they could do. Like I said, there were parts that were probably like just like that's the best we could do, because anymore it's gonna look like crap. It kind of looks like when you put your hand on one of those lightning things that, you know, then the lightning kind of like touches your hand. I don't know what they're called, but it looks like one of those, like it's going through. Or like if you're lighting like a corner on fire, like a piece of paper, and it burns up, it kind of looks like that going through the film. I don't know what that's called exactly. I don't know technical terms for it, but it's kind of weird looking, and it's very noticeable. But you kind of can excuse it, and I don't know, maybe that's how it is on VHS as well. I have no idea. But yeah, it actually takes place in England, and you know, there's one American in the group. They're a pretty likable group, the group of kids in this. There are some annoying moments. You know, there's the girl that screams and runs away all the time. There's actually the one girl who's actually kind of sex crazed in this, who wants the boyfriend to have sex with her, and he kind of is like, no, we're trying to find this. We're trying, like, and it's like, wow, you know, it's usually the other way around. So that was kind of interesting to see that. The hotel looked pretty cool. It's kind of spooky, and you know, I had no idea what this is about. You know, Bloody New Year. It's like the cover. You know, the original cover is really cool. But then when you get into the story a little more, why everything's happening, and I don't want to say why it's happening, because I feel like that's a big reveal. You know, that, you know, you find out kind of if you listen early on, you figure it out, but later on you know, the whole thing's blown and you find out why. But so I don't want to tell you why everything is happening and what is happening, but there's just a lot of things like I don't understand why. Like, why all of a sudden when people die in the movie do they become evil, and like, you know, they're a ghost but they're not a ghost, and like there's like weird things, like they come out of the movie theater, like they were watching this movie in the movie theater in the hotel, and they jumped out of the screen like the ghosts and attacked the guy, and he automatically died. So like that was like, oh my god, that was bad. There was like the girl got shot, and it was just like, I think it was cut wrong, to be honest. Like she was just like, it was like no reaction, then all of a sudden, oh, she, you know, it was just bad. And then there's a post like coming down the stairs. The post at the end, it like has like a face on, like it looks like a turkey, and it like grabbed her hand, and it's so obvious that that's somebody's, you know, hand in there grabbing it. And that's why I say I think of VHS, it probably wouldn't be as noticeable as on here. And it's kind of a shame because it's so noticeable. There are some pretty cool looking elements, like the one girl gets in an elevator and something happens to her, and like it's kind of like in Nightmare on Elm Street where Freddy's coming over top of her through the wall, and you see like it like pushes out. It's kind of like that. It's cheaply looking though, but like it looks pretty cool, and you know, stuff like that. But then they kind of make up with it, like, because it's kind of creepy. Like you could tell they were influenced a little bit by like Evil Dead and all that kind of stuff, because they remind you of like Deadites, especially the voices and the way they try to lure them in, and just like the way the skin looks, and even when they're like they'll get their arm cut off or their hand cut off, and like the way the screaming is and the voice and the demonic voice, it just sounds so much like a Deadite, and it's just like it's just crazy. Like, so like I think that kind of saves the movie for me. I don't really think the movie's that great, to be honest. I don't think I would watch it a lot. I think the best part of it is the last probably the last half hour maybe of the movie. The whole first hour of it really isn't that great. It's very kind of slow. There's, you know, killings and stuff, but it just didn't really do anything for me. Like, because I think the killings were just bad, or like there was this thing, a girl goes in a room and then like all of a sudden it starts snowing and all this shit, and then like it stops, and then it just makes no sense, and they never really explain why this shit happens. I guess they kind of do in a way, but like it still doesn't make sense to me. Like I understand, and that's why I can't give it away, but it's just kind of dumb if in a way, like certain things. But anyway, I'm gonna show you now. You know, I'm going to show you what this is in here. So let's take a look at this. Alright, here you have the front of the slip cover here. And then you have the spine. And then it continues on to the back. See? It goes all the way around like that. And then another side of the spine. It's pretty much the same thing. And here you have the sleeve on the inside. And that's what, you know, the slip cover looks like. That's what, you know, flipped around looks like. That's kind of cool. I don't know. I think this looks better than the slipcover for some reason. I think if this was just on the front, it would look better. I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of the picture, to be honest. Just not a big fan. And then you got the back here. Bloody New Year pictures and that. And then this is the original, which is so much better. So much. I always thought in the 80s and that when you see a cover like this and there's like a dead person on the cover, no matter what they're doing, it was kind of scary to me, you know. But so I'm going to definitely go with the original one as the better cover. Not that the other one's, you know, bad, just I like this one a lot better. And then you got the spine here, which looks really nice. And then you got this here with the pictures in that. And it's the same pictures that are on the other side. And here you have the Blu-ray with the new artwork and the DVD with the old artwork, and they are region free. Now, I'm not all about special features. I know I've said that before. I could care less if there's special features in a movie. But honestly, for this one, I would have loved to have seen some. I would have liked to have seen location shots for this, or, you know, interviews with them nowadays. I don't know who's alive or dead in this, but I think it would have been really cool. But you do get a commentary with the director, and you get subtitles, and that's it. You don't get anything else. You get the reversible artwork, and you get the restoration, you know, but you don't get anything else, and that was kind of disappointing. And I didn't realize that when the movie was over. I went to go right to the special features to see what there was, and there wasn't any, and I was kind of upset. I was like, oh, damn it. I would have loved to have seen like a behind the scenes or something, you know, something nowadays, them looking back at it. Because I really like to watch that kind of stuff, like them reliving it, or like it's the first time they've watched it in like 30 years or something like that, you know. It's so it'd be kind of cool to see, but it's not on here, so it's unfortunate. But yeah, to be honest, not really a big fan of this movie. Toward the end, I was going into it like with open mind, and watching it throughout the movie, I was like, this is bad. This is a horrible movie. And then the last half hour kind of won me over. So I'd have to say it's okay. The movie's okay. I don't hate it. I don't know if I would watch it again. I probably would watch it like I always say this, if somebody has it on, I'll watch it. But I don't know if I'd ever have the need to put it in. Maybe around New Year's, it'd be like a New Year's movie to put in. You know, one of those kind of things. But even Christmas, because there's Christmas decorations. But I don't know. It just didn't really do much for me. But it's cool that it's on Blu-ray. But again, I think VHS is the way to go with this one. But, you know, it's cool Vinegar Syndrome put it out, I guess. So, you know, that's it, everybody. Thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Follow me on any one of the social media links in the description box below. Also, I'll put a link below. If you want to get this movie, you can purchase it. It's up to you. I don't get nothing for it. Just helping you out. Also, if you want, there's going to be a trailer below for this. And I always say this, proceed with caution. There may be spoilers. So, there you go. But that's it, everybody. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.